Well, everybody, we're sitting here by the campfire having a beer, and the purpose of tonight's discussion by the campfire is just to talk about some of the small reasons why Hunter's Kitchen is a good idea to subscribe. And I've got my friend Nick here, who hasn't been exposed to hunting in his lifetime. I've known him for most of my life, went to high school together and everything, and he's here just to ask a few questions about hunting in general, and I'm more than happy to give him the answers. And I'll give you just a little background on me. You know, I've been hunting since 1991. 11 years old is when I started, and realistically, I've started with squirrel hunting, and I've just worked up to just about everything on the face of the earth here in southern Illinois. So with that, I'll turn it over to Nick and see if he wants to give any background, or just go ahead and start asking questions.
Well, like Dusty said here, I've never really been a hunter. I didn't grow up with my father being a hunter. He'd rather stay in the house and watch HBO. So I never really had that opportunity. However, luckily I grew up being a friend of Dusty's and a friend of his family, so I did get to experience the food as we were growing up. And kind of the same concept with my father, actually. He didn't like to hunt, but sure does love to eat, and I kind of take after him on that. I like trying exotic stuff. I won't go as far as him as eat mystery meat off of a vendor in Korea like he would, but I'll try just about anything that Dusty will bring me because I trust him. So that's really about all. You know, I like to eat. Not much of a hunter, but I am kind of curious about why people should subscribe to Hunter's Kitchen. So, first question is that I've got is, you know, obviously not being a hunter, what would be a benefit of me subscribing to Hunter's Kitchen, or somebody like me?
Sure, that's a good question. Well, one of the big points I want to talk about tonight is how Hunter's Kitchen can actually save a guy like you money. You know, granted, you don't hunt, but there's a lot of information out there that shows on the internet or on TV that show you how to hunt the animals, but they don't tell you what to do with it afterwards. So that's the whole heart of Hunter's Kitchen. We're one of the only sites that show you how to clean animals and how to cook them, and that's why it's worth every bit of it, because a lot of hunters out there who they hunt, but they don't know what to do with it afterwards, and they just let somebody else take the meat home, or they take it to a meat processor, for example. So by subscribing to Hunter's Kitchen, we can show you how to save money on that regard.
Huh, that's great. Now I am a member, and I have seen some of your videos, and I can't say that I've seen anybody else that's given that great of detail. You know, showing you the good camera scenes and how to actually cut the animal up. The squirrel one I thought was a very intriguing video and simple. I saw a guy try to cut through bones to a squirrel with a regular knife, and by the time he was done, his knife was pretty dull. And I saw how you did it with shears, so that was a really good, intriguing video. So I'm glad I got to see that. So how exactly can I or other people, especially hunters that join your site, how can they save money?
Well, essentially, I'll just take deer hunt for example. Most people, or I shouldn't say most, there's a lot of hunters out there that, you know, they're into the hunting, they're into going down south and shooting a deer and field dressing it, bringing it home, but they take it to a commercial processor. And that can end up costing you anywhere from $200 to $400 per year, or I'm sorry, per deer.
Per deer, wow.
And depending on how many deer you actually kill, that can work out to be hundreds of dollars every single year. So, with that, Hunter's Kitchen shows you how to properly butcher and prepare the deer at your home.